of the group Relentless Patriots. And I want you guys to give yourselves a big hand tonight, because this is an amazing event that we're having. Thanks to Derek. Thanks to all you brave patriots that came here. And death to tyrants. And I'm truly privileged to be here. I'm just going to start off with a reading here. And I'm going to do my best with the lighting.
You want a flashlight?
If you got one, sure.
Yeah, a big one.
Gabe, you want to help out?
Yeah, sorry, we're just organic out here, grassroots.
Grassroots for life.
We don't make all the money that the elite do. I'm such the elite.
And maybe some of you have heard about this. Taking up arms, July 6th, 1775. This is a message that was written and a letter sent by John Dickinson and Thomas Jefferson in April of 1775. The shot heard around the world was fired in Lexington, Massachusetts, thereby beginning the American Revolution. On June 14, 1775, the Second Continental Congress meant to adopt New England Army as its own. It also began assembling this declaration, largely the writing of Thomas Jefferson and John Dickinson. We are reduced to the alternative of choosing an unconditional submission to the tyranny of irritated ministers or resistance by force. The latter is our choice. We have counted the cost of this contest and find nothing so dreadful as voluntary slavery. Honor, justice, and humanity forbid us tamely to surrender that freedom which we received from our gallant ancestors and which our innocent posterity have a right to receive from us. We cannot endure the infamy and guilt of resigning succeeding generations to that wretchedness which inevitably awaits them, if we basely entail hereditary bondage upon them. Our cause is just. Our union is perfect. Our eternal resources are great. And if necessary, foreign assistance is undoubtedly attainable. We gratefully acknowledge as a signal instances of the divine favor towards us, that his providence would not permit us to be called into this severe controversy until we were grown up to our present strength. Our forefathers talked a lot about the Creator and why our nation was formed from the start. And I think a lot of us out there need to get back to that. We need to get back to our roots if we're truly going to save our nation, just like some of you brave patriots had stated before. And, you know, a lot of you guys may not know about when we officially lost our country. And some say right after the Revolutionary War, because we had funding from both sides of the Rothschild system then. I'm going to talk a little bit about the War of 1812. Who here is familiar with that war?
Somewhat.
Some of you? Okay. So, Bobby, if you can hold this up here. For those of you that know George Washington's official insignia and flag of the 13 colonies, it was a 6-spoke star. And I'm just going to move this out here a little bit. So you have some of the militia that fought and died holding up the flag in Fort William McHenry. And this was one of the flags of that militia, of the dead patriot bodies that were protecting the women and children, because that's what the fort mainly had. And for those of you that don't know where the Star-Spangled Banner was officially created, it was created during that battle. Okay? So, you know, everyone likes to, you know, say a whole bunch of nonsense about Sir Francis Scott Key. But he was a brilliant man, and he was writing down the Star-Spangled Banner as the battle was happening. And it's a shame that a lot of these wokesters out there like to call him a slave master, like to call him a racist, like to call him anything but what he actually is. And that's a patriot. That's someone who went aboard the British warships to secure prisoner releases of, just like our January 6ers of the day, down below in the gallows of the British warships. So, you know, it's very touching to see flags like this, because you don't see it every day. Every flag that you guys have seen has an important story to it, you know, including Betsy Ross. Does anyone know the official date when the Betsy Ross flag was put into our country as the official insignia of our country? What was the year? Some say it's 1776, but our country wasn't really formed yet because the Declaration of Independence was written down. We didn't get our Constitution until 25 to 30 years later, and the Betsy Ross flag was aficionado in 1791, right after our Constitution was made, following with the Second Amendment in 1792. You know, so there's a lot of history that some of you may not even know about. I'm going to read a little bit. Thank you, guys. Let's give these two a hand, please, by the way. Thank you, guys, for holding that up. So the War of 1812, and again, I'm going to try to read with the light here. All right, hook it up again, please. I'm going to read a little bit about why it actually happened. You see, we thought we won, and the British came back. And the reason why the British came back is because they weren't done with us. Imagine having a mad king of which their ancestry bloodline goes all the way back to the 14th century. We're literally talking about pre-Rothschild dynasty here. Does anyone know about Vlad the Impaler?
Yep.
Vlad the Impaler was a madman. Everywhere he went, in every nation he conquered, he would literally drive stakes through the enemy and the victims, and he would have rows just set up of dead bodies, so everyone would know that he did it.
Happy birthday,
So what he did was he slayed the royal family, claimed the royal family as his own, and that's actually based upon the Rothschild dynasty as well. That's why we're in what we're in. We're still dealing with the mad kings, the inbred first cousins, the Prince Charles of today, and that's a shame because we're dealing with psychopaths. That's why so many are psychopaths in this country. You know, you take a look at the Democrats, you take a look at most of the presidents, you take a look at how many are actually related to each other and the royal family. Over 85% of our previous presidents have lineage dating back that far. So again, War of 1812, sorry to get off topic here. So what happened, there was another embargo that happened to us. And it was because of the Napoleonic Wars. So the Royal Navy imposed an effective blockade on U.S. maritime trade, while between 1812 and 1814, British regulars and colonial militia defeated a series of American invasions in Upper Canada. And again, you got to think about when Canada was actually Canada, because the French actually were reigning over Canada for quite some time. So we were still at war with France. We didn't really, join hand in hand just yet. And what ended up happening was the British were mistaking our warships for French warships. So they ended up firing on our own ships, and they sunk over 85 ships with all innocent bystanders that weren't even at war with Britain, and it's a shame. You know, but Americans got so fed up with it, they're like, why you keep firing at us? We're not the French. Leave us alone. The same peace flag that you see hanging to my right over here was actually first seen at that time, because the Sons of Liberty back in 1767 were the ones that originally formed it. You see, only 9 out of the 13 colonies were the ones that officially seceded from Britain. So until that time, our stripes, and that's the reason why we chose it for our peace flag, for our mission, they are vertical. They are saying we are a halting war. We don't want it. We're tired of it. The same way we're tired of the same tyrants today.
Tyranny becomes law.
Rebellion becomes duty.
Duty.
So a lot of you know about these flags. You mind holding these up? Again, every flag has a story. Now I'm going to give you guys a trick question. I want you to tell me which of these two flags were the original flag of the Southern Confederacy.
Left.
The flag on the left. How many raise your hand or shout out if you think this flag is the original flag of the Southern Confederacy.
I don't think it is either, but it's left.
This is actually the Virginia battle flag. The original battle flag was taken from Betsy Ross's idea. This is called the First National. And a lot of you are not taught that, even in Northern and Republican history classrooms, because they don't want you to know the truth about what being a Confederate is. Has anyone ever heard of the Articles of Confederation?
Yep.
Do you know why they chose that word? Because Washington chose that word. He chose to use that word against the king. He said, we Confederates are going to willfully secede from your tyranny. And that was the same word that Robert E. Lee, who was actually a descendant of Martha Lee's, or Martha Washington, that's her kin. Robert E. Lee, God rest his soul, was also a top general and almost appointed to the Union Army because he went to West Point, the same school that Washington helped form. So there's a lot of back end to the Confederacy. Did you know that most of the presidents of that time, including Madison during the War of 1812, used that same term? Do you know that at least a vast percentage of our original historical documents all said Confederate States of America before there wasn't even a Southern Confederacy or War of 1812? There is a lot of history to unpack in this country, and the more we do it, guys, the more we have ammunition armed against the enemy. And we know who the enemy is at this point, correct?
Yep.
They're all over the place. So beware the turncoats, beware the rhinos, beware the people that claim they know what America's about. And before they start telling you, please look up these things and let me know if I'm wrong. Because it took a while, including for myself, to wake up to actual facts. Actual flags that actually happened. And the reason why you have the First National, only 7 out of the 13 Confederate states. Imagine that. 13 additional states down south, just like we had 13 colonies, all united together against the Union. And I'm not telling, a fib here by saying that the South was all good and green, okay? Both sides had their fair share of nonsense going on, including slavery. How many states do you guys know in the North that actually had slaves?
Probably most of them.
You're almost correct. Most of the states that had slaves in the North were, yes, New York, New Jersey, because New Jersey was also considered part of the Mason-Dixon line, the original line of the South. Rhode Island, what was Rhode Island called as a state? The plantation state. They had tons of plantations. Even in New Jersey, had tons of plantations. Ohio was a big state that had slaves. So everything that we've ever been taught in history, unfortunately, is a lie in this case. Over 33% of all the slaves that ever came through here were in the New York harbor. So it's a big issue in terms of who was good and who was bad. All I know is that the same tyrants of the War of 1812, the same tyrants of 1776, the same people that want to rid us of our own freedom and liberty and security and peace, are the same ones that did this. The same ones that formed the America the Corporation in 1868. Now, we're going to continue to let them do this to us?
No.
Because, look, like it or not, we're all slaves in some way, shape, or form right now.
We're debt slaves.
We are debt slaves. We're all being, as well, illegally trafficked. Illegally trafficked. Because we are under that maritime law still since the War of 1812. That's where it came from. So, I implore all of you, look up your history. It's worth the time. You'll be fascinated to know about our forefathers and about the Sons of Liberty. And if you take a look at my logo, there's a very familiar face, and that's Sam Adams. One of the first patriots that said enough is enough, and it's time to do something about it. And I know a lot of you guys know who Sam Adams is, right? We don't got to say much about him, other than he was a brave person, and he stood British soldiers in the face as they were dumping the tea over. An amazing sight of rebellion against tyrants. And lastly, before I close here, I have a book here, and also I'm going to be doing a small video play of how the Star Spangled Banner was originally made, if you haven't heard it or saw it yet. I got a book here in which you guys are welcome to look at. It has every single flag of the Civil War, North and South. And it gives you every single person and Confederate regiment that were also African American, Jewish, Italian, including some of my ancestors are listed in here. My family goes back. And that's why, for me, freedom is deeply rooted in me. Now, I'm not saying you got to be, World War I, have an ancestor that did all this stuff. No, it starts with you. Because it started with them when they had to answer the call against tyrants. So I want to give you guys, again, a big thank you. And thank you for listening to me for a little bit today. And if anyone ever wants to do a live interview, I have a website. I do podcasting. I sell lots of cool gear, as we all do here. And thank you very much.
Woo!
I'm honored.
Nice job.
Thank you, Frank.
Get the tyrants.
Nice job.
Oh, Joe, Gabe?
Thank you, Derek.
Resistance to tyranny is obedience to God.
Amen.
Gabe.
Turn on Instagram. Jamie cheer for me.
Okay, I have an announcement to make. Not asked to do this, but I just want to give a shout out to a part of this team that made this happen. And without him and his wife coming up from New Jersey, you wouldn't be hearing my voice right now, or anybody else that stood up here and spoke and had the courage. And that is Gabe and Tina from New Jersey. MAGA DJ, Gabe. Now listen, I'm going to tell you something. I have chills through my body right now. But this man right here and his wife, they didn't charge to come here. But I don't want to send them home empty-handed, with empty pockets either. So if everybody can, from their heart, kind of tip them, no taxes on tips, vote Trump. No taxes, period. But Gabe and his wife came up. They used their own money to do this. They used their own time. So if we can help him out, and he didn't ask me to say this. He's not asking for money, but I'm asking not to forget about him and leave him behind. So
Thank you, Derek.
You're welcome, Gabe.
Thank you, brother.
So we have one last speaker, and I'll tell you, this dude has been someone that tries to unite everybody. He's out at all the events. He does his part. He does what he can. He loves to put decals on people's vehicles, like "We the People" and "Live Free or Die," and send a message across New Hampshire and wherever else he can go. And I'm going to let him make any announcements that he feels from his heart to make. But I want to introduce Mr. Bobby Wayne, one of our freedom fighters up here in New Hampshire. And the first time I seen this man, if everybody can remember the orange Jeep sitting over here, okay? Most of New Hampshire knows that Jeep. Well, my most fond memory of that Jeep is when we were contesting and protesting against the CCP and the fraudulent government forcing jabs into our kids. And we were in Manchester, and we were protesting CCP right at the front lines. And this dude, he had the courage. He drove his Jeep in there, did a couple of rounds. He got stopped, got ripped out of his Jeep, thrown on the ground, and was arrested. Okay? So he was another persecuted patriot, and he hasn't quit either. So, Bobby, thank you so much for everything you do, and I look forward to keep fighting with you, man. I love you, and you're like a brother to me.
Thank you, Derek. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This is pretty special. Seems like every time we get together, it's a very special opportunity to share experiences, to share our hearts and our feelings. And Derek, hey,
Yeah?
come back up here. I got something for you.
All right, brother.
And I want to give Derek something today. Our convoy was awesome. When we were rolling through Newburyport and the people were running out of the stores to give us the finger. And then you turn the corner and there's more people going, yes. And it's like, whoa, this is a big deal. Well, anyways, we got a little hung up and we got lost along the way. So Sam and I were like, should we hit the beach? Yeah, of course. So we walked the beach and I found this gorgeous quartz stone that I want to pass on to Derek right here. Whoa. To symbolize today and this weekend.
That's what brothers are about. We don't have to be blood.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
But we'll die in the front line in trenches together.
We're not dying. None of us dying. We're going to live a long time. The fight is hard, and it seems like we're pushing through, and it takes a lot of effort from us all, but we're doing it. We're strong, and we're becoming stronger, and we're figuring out how to make our bodies strong. We're figuring out how to make our families strong, our community strong, and we're doing what we got to do. And I want to tell you this. I grew up in a Republican household. My grandparents were both in World War I, World War II, and all my family's military. So I grew up just, oh, we can't have this. We got to do this. And I'm like, okay, we got to do that. And now as I get older and I see all this happening, I go, oh, shit, this is what they were talking about the whole time. And I didn't really realize it when I was young, but now I'm older and I'm figuring it out. And I'm like, whoa, how can I help? And I'm finding my talents, using them to help everybody in the best ways possible. And as I build things in my shop and I build myself and I learn how to become the best version of myself, I figure out ease and figure out how to make ease and vibe things in ways that I don't have to work as hard to do things. And I believe I can help people do that a lot. And on June 9th, Derek and I were up at the Capitol building, and we went in there, and I signed up, and I'm officially running for governor of New Hampshire.
Yeah!
I don't know what's to come of this, but I figured, hey, if I think I can do something like that, I gotta do it.
Do it.
So I'm like, fuck it, let's go! I got a lot of very interesting videos coming out very, very soon that I've been working on. One I've been working on for 10 years, and it's about 2 hours long. I'm cutting it up in segments, but it's on its way out, and I think a lot of people are going to see this and go, huh. So that'll be coming out on August 9th, 8, 9.
17, baby.
17, baby. Look forward to this. Watch it, and I got other videos coming out, as they trickle away from my mind into my website. My website is 603og.com. On there you can find out everything about me. I built the website so you can figure out and see who I am and what I've been doing for the last 10 years. And I think you really like it. Scope it out. Vote for Bobby Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank everyone. Woo!
Thank you, brother.
USA.
Good job. All right. I think we're getting ready to cut this down. And we want to thank everybody for coming out. And please don't forget MAGA DJ here, Gabe, for doing all the work he's put in with all his equipment and making this possible. And thank you, every patriot that's out here that came out, either to come to listen or come to speak or whatever. We're one family, one body, and for one freedom.
Yep.
Okay? That's bottom line is, listen, we need to link arms in strength. We need to be our brother's brother, not our brother's keeper. And we need not to quit. We're never gonna back down. We're gonna stand up for President Trump. We're gonna get him we're gonna vote, and we're gonna get him in office. And listen, it's up to us. It's not up to President Trump, Commander-in-Chief. It's not up to him. It's up to all of us. He's a voice just like he wants us to be a voice. And he wants us to have knowledge. He wants us to know our stuff. We gotta research. We gotta study. We gotta get better every day.
Yes, we do.
And you know something? Iron sharpens iron. So look around next to you, whoever's next to you, that's your brother. Because listen, we have a small minority of a fraudulent government. You know, it's time to delete the elite because we are the governed. And we made our country.
Yes, we did.
We made this country. And we're going to keep it. And we're going to save it for our children. Not just for us, but for our children and our grandbabies. Bottom line. And we got to keep moving forward. And is Ken here? Ken and Todd. Ken might have left, but anyways, Ken's a seasonal here. He's part of the family, and he explained the flag right here, which we have the sovereign flag, the peace flag. Okay, and you notice the stars are closest to my heart. I know these lines go vertical, but in Old Glory, in the battle flag above us, okay, he tells me the stars go close to your heart. The lines going forward, always forward, never retreating. We're in battle, we're in war, and we're not going to lose. So thank you everybody for coming out, and we want to thank Hidden Valley RV and Golf for making this possible. And this is a family campground, and you know, if you see Lori and anybody that works here, please thank her. Lori, do you want to say any words before we end this?
Lori.
No, she doesn't want to. Come on.
I got a small video.
All right, Jamie has a few words to say, and then we got to cut it because we got to be respectful for everybody in this park, and we got to keep the noise down. So this is going to be it.
Monica. Thank you very much. She just donated $100 towards our mission. Derek,
Awesome.
Thank
and
you.
she also sponsored me for the mission, and so did Sherry.
thank you guys.
Can Sherry and Monica come up here, please?
We
for a
cannot
second,
do
if you
this
don't
without
mind?
all of you.
Because these two ladies,
This is a people's mission.
yeah, we put a call out for sponsorship,
We
not
called, we
donations
did
or
a
anything
call
like
out
that.
for sponsorship.
And these two women right here, they knew how important this mission was, and they told me, they said straight out, Derek, you gotta go. You're being called for this
This
mission,
is
you gotta
Monica.
go. We're sponsoring you.
Monica gave us
And,
$100, guys.
And just,
Tammy.
can I see that, Jamie,
Sure.
please?
Yep.
And just Tommy,
Yes, sir.
right here, he got a hat signed by Commander-in-Chief Donald J. Trump. My first autograph from the man, and he won the hat, but it cost him $400. But that $400 is going towards this mission
Didn't
for
put a price
justice.
on it, bro.
It's not going in my pocket.
Right.
It's not for me. It's for all of we.
But look who you gave up.
You know
gave
something?
that up in donations, and it's,
we're here with
it's
you.
That's
all rolled
okay.
together, like
But
you
guess
said.
what? Guess what?
sir.
Just because there's a trio going, there's three of us going on this mission, guess what? You're all there with us because you can all tune in to Jamie Crow or whatever, and we're going to have videos, boots on the ground, live video. And we're going to bring everybody with us that can't go because we know people have to work. We know people have families. But you know something? We're going to put things aside. We're going to go, and we're going to bring you guys by our side, even though you're not going to be there physically, but you're going to be there spiritually, and you're going to be able to watch every move we make. And we're going to teach some history on 9/11.
Yes, sir.
Listen, we all have common sense, right? And aren't we the common sense party? So, I mean, last time I knew, aluminum couldn't fly through steel like butter. So, was there planes in 9/11? Or do you think it was maybe Mossad media lying to us? But let me tell you what is true. Let me tell you what is true about 9/11. We lost 3,000 lives, innocent lives. False flags are real and people die.
Yep.
And listen, it's up to us to do our research, and that's how we make each other better and stronger every day. And you know something? We have all different mindset, all different people, all whatever right here. But we're all like-minded. We might think differently, but we're like-minded. And you know what? I bet you anybody here is not going to keep allowing this tyranny to keep us enslaved. It's time to break the chains and lose our pains. We are debt slaves.
Yes, we are.
The Fed is corrupt. The Fed is stealing from us. Our IRS is out of Puerto Rico and sending all your tax dollars over to Ukraine with the biolabs.
And Israel.
Israel, Mossad, okay? You've been lied to. I'm not going to get into it because I could talk all night about it, but do your research.
I got time.
Get in the know and be in the now. And let's, like I said, false flags are real. We really need to pray. We need to pray it up. And religion and politics and religion is nothing but division. We have to be in relationship with our Creator that created us, the Almighty Source. And we are a republic. We're not a democracy. Republic, okay? We're all public right here. We're all resourced from the Almighty Source. So there's the common sense and the logic of it.
Amen.
Let's be logical about things. Let's help each other out. And if we know, then they can't create false flags and lie to us if we already know. We got to shut them down.
Yes, we do.
And the only way we shut them down is to know what they're doing to us. And you know something? Tommy, Dave, I don't know if Dave's still here.
Dave just left.
Okay, well, Dave was
President
here,
of Hells Angels.
president of
Came down-
Hells Angels.
Came down just for that, just now.
Tommy's here, Hells Angels.
Vice
You know what? Vice President, Manchester.
Yeah.
But you know something? I bet you my life that if it came down to it, that he'd stand strong right beside me in battle.
I'd stand beside every person in this field.
Of course you would.
Hoorah.
And that's what we
I'll be the
want.
first
We're
one
all
to
one
fight
body,
who's gonna
one
hit him
family.
first.
So you
Tell
know
me right now.
something?
The difference between a real man and a coward.
That's right.
Damn straight.
That's right.
Right?
We need to be courageous,
Not everybody.
not a
All you
coward.
people, you guys
There we
know
go.
that.
So anyways, thank you everybody for
nation.
coming. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Hidden Valley. And thank you everybody that had part of this. And God bless everybody.
Thank you.
Right,
And
Derek.
this isn't the this isn't the last one we're gonna have. And listen, we're open to go anywhere. We're open to go anywhere. If we're gonna help someone and we're gonna teach someone, give us a call. Let us know. We'll figure out something. If you're in a different state and you want to have an event in your state, let us know. We'll come out. We'll figure it out
That's our mission.
because we figure it out together. So thank you, and God bless all of you.
Thank you.
Well, good, Derek. Excellent event.
It popped up saying low battery.
Okay or no? We okay to do
So,
one?
and it said, I just said close it, so it's still running.
Okay, we're gonna do the thing over here in camera.
With who?
Did we do an American flag thing?
We okay to play a video?
Yeah, that's what I
All
thought
right.
you wanted
If
to
everyone
do.
wants to gather around, this is really cool.
Okay, we wanna do this video. We're gonna plug the battery in.
Yeah, you gotta get you a battery.
Right here, it's right here. Go ahead.
Who's gonna play it on here?
Okay, we're gonna play this, guys. Where's the battery is,
Oh, we lost connection. That's all right. We're gonna go back to sharing the screen again. Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
Gabe, you good for the video?
Here you go, right here.
Oh, there it is.
Guys, if you want to come over here real quick,
I got it.
please. Derek, we okay to play it or
Okay,
no?
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
I just gotta kind of clean up.
We'll sit it right
All
here
right,
on
no
the table
problem.
right next
I'm
to
here.
it.
All right, guys, if you want to take a look at a really cool video, there's a lot of. If you have not seen this,
Turn the volume up.
Gabe is gonna. Yeah, I'll put it on here. You guys have to get closer if you're gonna listen.
So do you want me to turn it
Got 9 minutes?
Yeah, this is worth it.
All right, I can do 9 minutes. No, I'm done.
Yeah, the volume is up as far as you can go.
How do you turn the battery? How do
It was just, it's on. Right
no,
here.
turn the light off.
I don't know how to turn the light off. I haven't figured that out yet.
All right, here we go, guys. This is the actual history of the Star Spangled Banner. For those that don't know.
You're right in front of him.
Oh, right in front of who? Oh, that.
There was a lawyer once. His name was Francis Scott Key. He penned a song that I'm sure you're aware of. You've seen it. It's in most hymnals throughout our churches. It's called the National
the truth,
Anthem.
guys.
It is our song as an American. We go, however, to a ball game. We stand in our church services and we sing the words of that song, and they float over our minds and our lips, and we don't even realize what we're singing. Most of us have memorized it as a child, but we've never really thought about what it means. Let me tell you a story. Francis Scott Key was a lawyer in Baltimore. The colonies were engaged in vicious conflict with the mother country, Britain. Because of this conflict and the protractedness of it, they had accumulated prisoners on both sides. The American colonies had prisoners and the British had prisoners. And the American government initiated a move. They went to the British and they said, let us negotiate for the release of these prisoners. They said, we want to send a man out to discuss this with you. They were holding the American prisoners in boats about 1,000 yards offshore. And they said,
What happened? They turned and cut the power.
Oh, no. He's a good dude.
Gabe!
Gabe.
Gabe!
Gabe. That's all right. Oh,
Oh! Hold on.
it's starting to get good.
Hold on, guys. They cut the power. We're going to
I've
put
played
it back
this
on.
1,000 times for people, and they're like, no.
No.
It's okay.
We gotta turn the projector back on.
How's that going to work?
It'll work.
Is it work?
We gotta get back to screen sharing again.
Hold on, guys.
I'm sorry, guys.
Okay. What was that?
Hold on. We have to go back to screen share, and they turned the power
Technical
off.
difficulty. Sorry, guys.
That was my bad. I didn't realize you guys were still
No,
doing
it's all
something
right.
over here.
No big deal. You can wait a few minutes. It's important.
This is one of I mean, and if you haven't had a chance to look it up on YouTube, they haven't censored it yet. But you can't share it on instant
Oh, what happened?
on social media because it's fake news according to them because it's racist.
Everything's fake news.
What
Yep.
happened?
Oh, son of a gun.
Son of a
Oh.
gun.
Well, it's okay, I guess.
Wanted to play it for you guys.
It's a death link.
It is a death link.
The death circle.
Do you have to put it across, or no? Do we have to put it all the way across again?
It was a pain in the butt just to get this thing connected.
I know it was a pain.
I don't know if we gotta go across again.
Hold on, guys. We're sorry.
I've seen this one before. It is very good.
It is. It actually is the truth, and people need to hear it.
Is it
Come
on,
on, you piece of
YouTube or
junk.
Rumble?
It's on YouTube. But
It is.
How long it's going to be up.
Oh, okay.
They ditch it off social media, so it'll probably be junk pretty soon.
Damn it. Everything's on too. It's perfect. This is retarded.
Sorry, guys.
We got sabotaged.
Yeah, I know.
We had it.
They're the size of birds. They're going to carry us away.
Do I have to get out of here first? Out of the back here?
I mean, you could try.
Or would it
It's such a great story too because that's
Hold
how it
on.
was made.
I think they'll remove it. Someone should download it. And
I have it downloaded,
you-
but I
yeah, put it on a different website.
Hold on a minute.
let me try on my phone if you want. But
Hold on a second.
Put it up on like Rumble or Get or
Rumble, yeah. Rumble doesn't always get
have you guys ever seen that video? Some of you?
I've never
I
seen
have,
it.
yeah.
What?
Never seen it.
Yeah, it is phenomenal.
You study history. I don't study history.
I try to do as much as I can because there's so much people just don't know
No,
about.
I had terrible history teachers, so I always hated history.
Like the Republican Party wasn't established.
Okay, now
until
how do
Civil
we
War.
get from here?
It was Democrat Republicans. And the Democrats of yesterday are the conservatives of today. It's all backwards. Party's
Sorry,
freaking
guys.
flim-flammed.
Yeah. Well,
The Whigs become the Republicans for the most part.
I don't know how you get from here to there.
Let's try again. This is so good. If you guys ever, for those that are paying attention online,
Yeah, they are.
they're probably like, what?
We're trying to get
Let
it
me see
back
if I
up,
can
guys.
share my own.
Just a little donation so that that's the
Thank you. Thank you.
Come on, you hunky junkie.
Yep.
We need. I know it's been a long day of awesomeness.
Sleep last night, 2:15 to 5. Fire crackling.
Yeah, screen sharing is not working.
All right.
All right.
Well, we tried.
Yep.
We'll look at it.
We'll do it tomorrow.
If you guys want to do it tomorrow, we'll do it tomorrow. We just have to play it.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Well, are you packing this up tonight?
Yeah, we gotta pack it up because it's gonna be time.
Well, we'll have it back here. It'll be here tomorrow. The screen will stay here, but not the equipment.
This is so retarded. I don't know why they have it set up this way.
Hey, Frankie,
Well,
give me a
try
copy.
it.
Give me a copy of that.
Sure, I got to take everyone's information
You got it.
because we
All
can
right.
hang out later.
Guys,
Yeah.
we'll do it tomorrow. Because we're
Sorry,
having
guys.
technical difficulties.
Got,
Gabe unplugged everything, and
got
then that's
Benedict
why we
Arnold.
lost everything. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. God bless. God bless the United States of America. God bless President Trump. Love you all.
Is this already down?